Alright, so in this problem, I have x to the power of 2x plus x to the power of x is equal to 20. So I'm going to first rewrite 2x as x to the power of 2 to the power of x. So now I have this plus x to the power of x is equal to 20. And this is true because a to the power of m times n, this is the same thing as a to the power of m to the power of n. So now, if this is true, then this means that this is the same thing as a to the power of n to the power of m, meaning x to the power of 2 to the power of x. That's the same thing as x to the power of x to the power of 2. Now I'm going to let x to the power of x equal to the variable y. So now I have y to the power of 2 plus y is equal to 20. Now if I subtract 20 on both sides, I get y squared plus y minus 20 is equal to 0. So now to solve this, I'm going to simply factor it. I can rewrite y here as negative 4y plus 5y. So now if I factor by grouping, first we're going to start with y squared minus 4y. If I factor out y, I get y times y minus 4. And from 5y minus 20, if I factor out 5, I get y minus 4. So now I have y plus 5 times y minus 4 is equal to 0, meaning y is equal to negative 5 and 4. So now we aren't done yet, because remember how we set x to the power of x equal to y. So let's first start with 4 here. So I have x to the power of x is equal to 4. So we want 4 to be in the form x to the power of x, a number to the power of that same number. Well, 4, this is the same thing as 2 squared. So I have 2 squared is equal to x to the power of x, meaning x is equal to 2. Now for negative 5, x to the power of x is equal to negative 5. And for negative 5, you can't actually put this in the form of a number to the power of that same number, meaning this is wrong. So my only solution to this problem is x equals 2. Alright, so in this problem, I have x to the power of 2x to the power of 6 is equal to 3. So I'm going to first start by letting x to the power of 6 equal to a. So this means that x to the power of 6 times 1 over 6, this is equal to a to the power of 1 over 6. So now if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So x to the power of 6 times 1 over 6, that's 1, so I have x to the power of 1 is equal to a to the power of 1 over 6, meaning x is equal to a to the power of 1 over 6. So now that we know that, I'm going to replace x with a to the power of 1 over 6. So now I have a to the power of 1 over 6 to the power of 2 times a to the power of 1 over 6 to the power of 6. And this is equal to 3. Now 1 over 6 and 6, these two cancel out. So now I have a to the power of 1 over 6 to the power of 2a, which is equal to 3. Now 2a over 6, that's the same thing as a over 3. So I have a to the power of a over 3 is equal to 3. Now, let's say, now we have to find, let's say we say a is 3. This means that a over 3, that's 1. So does 3 to the power of 3 over 3, does this equal 3? Well, 3 over 3 is 1, so I have 3 to the power of 1 is equal to 3, and 3 to the power of 1 is 3. So I have 3 equals 3, meaning a does equal 3. So we had to solve that by slightly guessing. But yeah, we got our solution of a equals 3. So if a equals 3, now remember how we set x equal to a to the power of 1 over 6. So this means that 3 is equal to, this means that 3 to the power of 1 over 6 is equal to x. So 3 to the power of 1 over 6, or also in the form 6 root of 3, this is my value of x. Alright, so in this problem, I have 5 to the power of 1,000 minus 5 to the power of 998. So to solve this, I'm going to first rewrite 1,000 here as 998 plus 2. So now I have 5 to the power of 998 plus 2 minus 5 to the power of 998. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So 5 to the power of 998 plus 2, that's going to equal 5 to the power of 998 times 5 to the power of 2. So I have this minus 5 to the power of 998. And now, I'm going to go ahead and factor out 5 to the power of 998. So now I have 5 to the power of 998 times, well, 5 to the power of 998 divided by 5 to the power of 998 is 1, 5 to the power of 998 times 5 to the power of 2 divided by 5 to the power of 998, that's 5 to the power of 2, and negative 5 to the power of 998 divided by 5 to the power of 998 is negative 1. So I have 5 to the power of 998 times 5 squared minus 1. So now to solve this, well, first off, 5 squared, this is equal to 25. So now I have 5 to the power of 998 times 25 minus 1. Well, 25 minus 1, that's simply 24. So I have 5 to the power of 998 times 24. So if I put this in a better format, 24 times 5 to the power of 998. So this is my answer. Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have a to the power of x plus a to the power of x plus a to the power of x divided by 2 to the power of x plus 2 to the power of x is equal to 24. Now, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to factor out a to the power of x from the numerator. So now we have a to the power of x times, now a to the power of x divided by a to the power of x is 1 plus, same thing, a to the power of x divided by a to the power of x is 1 plus, again, 1. And now we're dividing this by, now I'm going to factor out 2 to the power of x from the denominator. So now I have 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of x divided by 2 to the power of x is 1 plus, same thing, 1. This is equal to 24. Now let's simplify what's in the parentheses. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So now we have a to the power of x times 3. We're dividing this by 2 to the power of x times 1 plus 1 is 2. So now we have 2 to the power of x times 2. This is equal to 24. Now, if we have something in the form a to the power of x over b to the power of x, this is the same thing as a over b to the power of x. So as you can see here, we have a to the power of x over 2 to the power of x. This is the same thing as 8 over 2 to the power of x, and we are multiplying this by 3 over 2. This is equal to 24. Now, to get rid of this 3 over 2, we have to multiply both sides by 2 over 3. So then these two cancel out, and we are left with 8 over 2 is 4. So 4 to the power of x is equal to 24 times 2 over 3. 24 times 2 is 48. 48 divided by 3 is 16. So we have 4 to the power of x is equal to 16, meaning x is equal to 2. So this is our answer.